All right, Sergio, Teófimo López absorbed the first loss of his professional career, and he did it without a heck of a lot of help from his corner. López's father, Teófimo López Sr., did not have the best of advice for López, who didn't look sharp operating behind the jab and didn't swarm KAMBOSOS in the 10th round when he had him badly hurt. So, Sergio, is it time for Teófimo López to fire his family?
Mannix, you're my coworker and I don't love you, but you never go against the family. Those are the words of The Godfather and Al Pacino, and I'm the same way here. You don't go against family. You can furlough them, you can demote them, but you don't fire them, especially your father. He's in your corner, he's always gonna be in your life. You just let him know that that's not his place anymore. Thank you for everything you did for me. Now I can guide myself, I'm my own man. So he needs to move trainers, because the instructions he got in the corner was terrible. You need to get him out of there in the first round. He goes after the knockout, he gets knocked down. I don't know what he was thinking. And then afterwards he tells him, you're losing this fight, you gotta control the pace, relax. I don't get it. It was just mix and match. I think it's time.
Okay, so you basically said yes, it's time to fire your family. You just used different words.
I didn't use the word fire. I said furlough, or I said demote, or unrank, or subordinate, or move down. There's a lot of words for it, but it's not get rid of.
I don't think subordinate is the word for it, but I get the point. You want Teófimo López to push his father out of that head trainer position. I'm not so sure that needs to happen right away. Remember, Teófimo López Sr. is the trainer who cooked up the game plan that helped Teófimo López beat the best pound-for-pound fighter at the time, Vasily Lomachenko. That was López Sr. as the trainer for that fight. He had a bad night in this fight against George Kambosos, but he did extremely well in 2020 when he helped López beat Richard Comey and when he helped his son beat Vasily Lomachenko. What I think the López family needs to do is go back to having a team that has other members to it. You know who was missing from the corner of Teófimo López last week? It was Joey Gamache, who has been a guiding voice in the corner for López for a long time now. Before the fight, you know who was missing? The folks from Perfecting Athletes, the nutritionists that have done an excellent job for Teófimo López over the last year or so. López kind of went it alone with his family for this fight, and I think that was his biggest mistake. He needs to go out and supplement his team, add to his team, bring back Joey Gamache, bring back the Perfecting Athletes people, bring in other voices, but I don't think it's time to bounce his father, given that his father has been so successful up until this point.
I agree with the Perfecting Athletes. I prefer that he doesn't get rid of the people that brought him there, but if he can get someone else in there, another voice, I'm fine with that. And I agree with you. Look, Teófimo Sr., he got him there. That's his father. They love each other. They have that bond. But that was before the fame. That was before the money, before the attention. Now, Teófimo Sr. loves the attention more than Junior. He loves the cameras. He goes after the attention. He goes with the promotion. He goes with the belts. He's enjoying the ride more than his son. That's where the problem is. The fathers need to take a back seat to their son's success. They need to shine. The champion needs to shine. Everything they work together, he needs to vicariously experience it through his son. That's the way it goes. Whenever you have the fathers taking away the shine, and we've been seeing this with a lot of fighters, with a lot of seniors, they love that shine. Danny Garcia's father loves the shine. So many other fighters where their fathers like to take that camera time. That's the issue there. I think they got to have a serious talk. I agree with Gamache. I agree with the strength trainers. Demote the father.
I mean, look, fighters learn from losses. Maybe trainers do too. I think Teófimo Sr. took George Kambosos way too lightly. And his advice to his son, go out there and just stop him, that was bad advice. Maybe he'll gain something from that experience and be a better trainer moving forward. Well, Sergio, George Kambosos Jr. is now on top of the lightweight division, and now he gets to decide what he wants to do next. All of the top players at 135 are going to want a piece of him. Devin Haney has already called out Kambosos. Ryan Garcia says he wants to face Kambosos in his next fight. We have not heard from Tank Davis, but Davis versus Kambosos would be an explosive matchup at 135. So Sergio, I'll ask you this. Which potential matchup is the best fit for George Kambosos?
The best fit we just saw on Saturday. That's Teófimo López. I mean, what else can you get from a championship fight? Both fighters were down. Both were bloody. Both fought all the way to the bloody end. And it was a split decision that left you wanting more. I want more, Mannix. The only problem is, can Teófimo López get down in weight in a healthy manner where he's not going to use that as an excuse, where he's not going to leave the fight in the gym or on the scale. If he can do it back for one more fight, one more night on the big stage, it doesn't get better than a rematch with Kambosos and López, preferably in Australia, preferably in front of 80,000 people down under. That is magic. That is boxing. That is boxing at its absolute best. Give me the rematch.
Well, rematch would be interesting, but I think you and I both know it's not going to happen because Teófimo López is not going to drain himself to get back down to 135. He all but said it after the fight in the ring with me, and his father has come out and explicitly said it in the aftermath of the loss. So López is headed to 140 pounds. If López is off the table, I kind of like a fight with Tank Davis. I mean, Davis, for all of his limitations as a boxer, is an explosive puncher, maybe the biggest puncher in the 135-pound weight class. Davis is also an incredibly popular fighter. So you could do that fight in New York, in Baltimore, in Atlanta, or in Los Angeles. You could have a big event with George Kambosos going up against Tank Davis. And that's the exact kind of fight, Sergio, I think Tank Davis would be interested in. He hasn't shown much interest in facing a good boxer like Teófimo López or a high-level boxer like Devin Haney. George Kambosos, even though he's coming off the fight of his life, I think that's exactly the type of fight that Tank Davis would want to lean into. And if you're George Kambosos, you have to be watching Tank Davis and saying, look, I can outbox that guy. Yeah, I got to look out for a big uppercut or a big right hand, but I can outbox Tank Davis better than I outboxed Teófimo López. So for both sides, that's a fight that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like the Tank fight because it's stylistically, that fight makes a lot of sense. And Kambosos is on top of the world. He has all the belts. And Tank, we know what he does. It's a slaughter with him. He wants to go for blood. And Kambosos knows how to avoid blood, but he doesn't shy away from it. But he knows how to fight behind the jab. He knows how to go in the body and come in with a strategy and win from the first round all the way to the end. That fight makes total sense. It'll be a fan-friendly fight, a promotional fight that you can actually look forward to. Yeah, I'm in for that.
Hey, you know who Kambosos matches up the best with right now? Money! That's who Kambosos matches up best with. The money that is coming his way as a result of a win over Teófimo López. So whether it is a rematch with López or a fight against Haney, Garcia, or Tank Davis, Kambosos now gets to cash in on a big check and reap the rewards of his performance.